On today's episode, Nelson, Monty, and I will be taking you along with us to our trip through Quebec. This was our honeymoon 1 year after we were married due to all the COVID restrictions. So I think it's important to go back and show you where we got married. Nelson and I were married August 11th, 2020 on the rocks of Peggy's Cove, Nova Scotia. We were unable to have family be with us as this was smack dab in the middle of the pandemic. We had 12 of our close local friends witness our marriage in the foggy mist of the Atlantic Ocean. Being that we were in Peggy's Cove, of course we had to have photos with the iconic lighthouse. Despite not being able to have our friends and family with us from afar, we had an amazing wedding, but because it was 2020, we had to wait on a honeymoon, so we waited a whole year. Fast forward to mid-October 2021 and we finally got to have our honeymoon in Quebec. What a beautiful place. Nelson, Monty, and I stayed at the absolutely gorgeous Fairmont Chateau Frontenac. This historic hotel in Quebec City, Canada is just along the St. Lawrence River and absolutely beautiful. In 1981, 9 decades after it was built in 1892, the chateau was formally recognized as a National Historic Site of Canada. It's also a UNESCO World Heritage Site. As this was our honeymoon, we actually arrived to our room and there were some lovely chocolates and a letter for us. And we also got upgraded to a very quiet little corner and it was gorgeous. The views were stunning. At the height of the Second World War, Allied leaders Roosevelt, Churchill, and Canada's very own Prime Minister Mackenzie King met at the chateau for a conference. The purpose of this 1943 meeting was to plan the invasion of Normandy. Did you know that Chateau Frontenac is in fact the most photographed hotel in the entire world? And given its signature beauty, it's easy to understand why. The food in Quebec City, OMG. We treated ourselves to kind of like a honeymoon brunch within the chateau one of our stays here, and it was absolutely divine. And the view, we had the best probably view of the entire restaurant and it was gorgeous, and wow, were we ever spoiled. Quebec City. This is absolutely amazing. Look at the history around me. Like, it's unbelievable, and they've got such great fall colors, and the bricks and the stone and everything is wonderful. So if you're ever going to think about coming to Quebec City, definitely come in October. This is really great, wouldn't you think?
Yep, absolutely.
Awesome.
Perfect timing.
Awesome. Then there's a lady, well, a faux lady, sitting on the swing, just hanging out. Good view though. Not quite sure what's going on. Again, probably yet another month installment, but I'm not sure. yeah, I did mention the food, right? One of the nights we were in Quebec, I was able to meet up with my good friend Julie, who has lived in Quebec pretty much her entire life. We all went out for dinner, and what a very interesting place it was. Food was wonderful. This was interesting. It was just, I don't even know what that's called, but it was cool decor. One of the nights, Nelson and I actually hopped on a really quick ferry that took us to the Corsair pub. I think it's called Levy or Levy. It's a little island just basically off of Quebec City, and this pub was well spoken of by many of my friends in Nova Scotia who are from Quebec, and we had to try, and it was really great. And the ferry ride's kind of cute too, and well, you know, Nelson had to have his photo op. We came here on our last night in Quebec City for a very nice romantic Italian meal. You know, while in Quebec, have Italian apparently. Was an absolutely gorgeous, scrumptious meal as per usual, and the ambiance was really great. Food was wonderful. We decided to go to a smoke or cigar shop afterwards, and we had such a great time we completely forgot that we'd actually booked a haunted tour of the city of Quebec until the next day when they called us and said, "Hey, where were you?" On our next episode, Nelson, Monty, and I take you on part 2 of our trip to Quebec. We check out the Plains of Abraham Museum, then we drive to Ile d'Orleans and visit a local chocolate shop and a winery. Then we head to a stunning waterfall close to the city. We were even treated with amazing wildlife right on the side of the road. That's right, Monty's cousins. We hope you can join us for part 2. Au revoir!